Well, it may have taken all year, but we have finally arrived at Trust Tuesday. I'm Dave Morris alongside Kit Letcher, my friend from the Better Business Bureau. Happy holidays.
Hi.
Just waited to the end of the year to bring you in.
We're excited to, end on a good note.
Great to see you again,
Yeah,
and thank you
too.
very much for your time. You can find a whole lot of Better Business Bureau segments, both in text. Our friend Eddie Roach has written some brand insight along with our video components, which you can find on Oklahoman.com, reliving some of the greatest hits of you and me on camera.
We've had some good times.
This is true. Today, however, we're going to help you navigate the holidays from a little bit of a different perspective, taking a pivot on our conversation.
Right. A lot of times, BBB, people think about consumers, scams, awareness, things like that. And while we do all of those things and we want to do education and awareness for consumers and business owners, during the holidays, we really want to pivot on that and actually look at strategy and help businesses think about how to put their best foot forward in a really high spending season for consumers.
We have talked about this in the past, how you kind of outline your quarters, and where you're running into the fourth quarter, which we're right in the middle of the fourth quarter, you should have that game plan executed.
Yeah,
or
you should.
In the middle of executing.
It's probably something you should have thought about this summer a little bit earlier, but a lot of business owners, they're wearing every single hat there is to wear. They're the person cleaning up, they're running the cash register, they're doing the strategy, they are doing payroll, and so sometimes these things really fall by the wayside until we are coming right into Black Friday and thinking about, that's next week, what am I going to do? How am I going to make sure that people understand that when I'm open or I'm not open, I have specials to offer.
Well, hopefully you've thought that through, whether you're open or not for Black Friday.
But have you told everybody if you're
true.
Open or not?
Yep. Is your marketing plan out there?
Is it out there? Are you communicating that? Do the customers who come to you on a regular basis, do they know? So really putting strategy to that.
And are they helping you out with word of mouth?
Right, exactly. Referrals are such a huge part of this season.
You've put together a handy little website that everybody should go to, bbbcentralokholidays.com. It's got the festive theme to it right there, the holiday shopping, and it matches the background that we have on the set right here. You can almost smell the pine trees or the cedar, right? You can almost hear the sleigh bells, I guess.
Yeah.
But what can people find on this website?
This is a really great website. We put it together specifically for this holiday season, and it gives you tips and strategies and things to think about that may not come to mind whenever you're first thinking about Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and even moving into the Christmas season. If you are doing things like experiencing a rush of customers and they're using your Wi-Fi, or you're going to need that for your business, do you have a really good router? Is your IT person on call if something goes down in your office? Just little things that can really trip you up the day of, or if you're doing a special like that entire week that you may not be thinking of, but things that we have talked about at our office that we really want people to be aware of. So maybe it's doing a good promotion code. Maybe it's doing a new advertisement for this time of year. It could be, like we mentioned with the IT stuff, to make sure that that's running seamlessly. But have you done enough with your staffing? Do you have enough people in your store, in your space, to really handle the demand for what you're expecting that day?
Do you know when the workflow, the traffic is going to be busier to where you do need to staff around that? I saw that you had some checklists up there. You guys have really thought this through.
Yeah, we're excited about it because it's such a vital portion of the year for so many business owners. And we think about that often with kind of retail and consumer-focused business owners. But think about your business owners who are trying to do that end-of-year push. It could be an attorney's office or a chiropractor's office or even a spa, like things that they don't really think of as far as foot traffic increasing, but they have the opportunity to really utilize the end of year push and doing gift giving on a more experienced level. And so what are they doing to get that word out? So that's when you look at our tips and our downloadable check sheets, what are they able to glean from that really is going to help them go into 2020 with a bang?
That's what a lot of people want to pivot to these days, use the word pivot again, is that experience as a gift. And some of these, such as the lawyer office, a gift from a legal office could be an invaluable gift.
Oh, absolutely. My parents have done a lot of kind of estate planning, combining trusts, doing wills and things like that over the last several years. And looking at the amount of time and energy it has taken them, and then my husband and I looking at doing that, if somebody would gift me hours with an attorney, that would be extremely valuable. And something that I may eventually do for myself and my family, but I may not do it as quickly if somebody really helped put that in my lap.
that pays off in so many ways down the road.
Right.
Number one, you have a plan, you know what to do. Number two, there's that terror of not knowing what to do and suddenly having to do something really fast. It helps out in a whole bunch of different ways there. But to your point, a lot of times you know to do it, it's just taking that first step, picking up the phone call and getting started.
Well, and if you have somebody that you rely on or that you already work with that you think this would be a really good friend to my friend Dave, like if it's something that I work with and I know that you guys would have a good relationship, if I would make that introduction and then say, and then I got you a gift to go in with this, and it's maybe their first hour of consultation it's free to you, and I paid $100 or $200, whatever that is, I would probably spend that on a Christmas gift for somebody anyway, but to do it in a way that really puts them in such a good place in the future, I think that says a lot about that relationship, but their foresight in what you need as an individual and what your family needs.
So let's say perhaps you fumbled the ball in 2019 and you're just going to make your way through the end of the year. Let's say it's Dave's Cafe.
This is our favorite place to eat.
It is. You're right.
I hope you've got some good specials.
They made great coffee. What should they do for 2020 looking ahead to be better prepared and to really knock it out fourth quarter?
Yeah. So I would say one of the things that I would start with is looking at how people are going to find you in 2020. What are the things, what are your core focus? What do you really want people to know you for in the new year? And
you said food. Perhaps I want to focus on coffee.
Maybe you want to do coffee instead of food. So you're not going to have as many specials, but maybe you're going to build out the type of roasts that you have, or the beans that you're using, or the people who are talking about your coffee. And so you want to put together more of a marketing strategy around what you're offering out to the community. That's one of those resources that we actually have on our holiday checklist. So we have a wrap up to 2019 and what you should look at going into 2020. Nice. So you can be thoughtful about that. Hopefully you have a little bit of downtime going into the new year, and so you can really plan and think about, for the different quarters of the year, what am I going to do in that first quarter? How is it going to launch me into a really successful spring quarter? And then when I get to my mid-year and I start planning for the holidays of 2020, what does that look like? So really pulling those different components together, but also doing a review of 2019. What went well? What discounts did we offer that people didn't take advantage of? What did they really like? Should we perhaps do, more mugs in our store? Something along those lines. How do we get more repeat business? But thinking about the overall strategy, because maybe it's not necessarily getting more people in the door that are new customers. Maybe it's deepening the relationship with the customers that you already have so that they are coming to you more frequently.
That makes sense, extending that relationship. All right, you can go again online. You saw some of the checklists there. Those can be found on their website at bbbcentralokholidays.com. I suspect Dave's Cafe will be working on some stocking stuffers.
We really need to do some branding for you.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a t-shirt.
Maybe so. Kit, always great to see you.
Thanks, Dave. You
Thank you for your time. Again, check out their website for all sorts of helpful ideas, both consumer and business related. Thanks again.
Thanks.